Now I want to bring in celebrity investor Kevin O'Leary. Kevin, great to see you this morning. What do you make of the rise of artificial intelligence like ChatGPT? Is this a game changer?
I think it is, actually, and you can see it reflected in the diminishment of the market cap of Google. And it makes sense because you think about the format of what ChatGPT is. It's not brain surgery. They're basically scraping the internet itself in a new way. So they're taking the data you could get on Google, which you find in all the links that are listed, and people are buying prominence on those links. It's a form of advertising. You don't need to do that anymore on ChatGPT. So it's going to affect how it's advertised, more of a subscription model. Last week, I started just looking at my own use of both Google and ChatGPT. I'm sort of up to 30% of my search days now, and I was forced to buy the subscription service last week at like $20 a month because 100 million people a day are logging on and jamming up the system, and you get priority at the $20 fee. So as a result, as an investor, I said to myself, okay, let's trim back on Google, which I've done, and let's buy into this round at this crazy valuation of $29 billion. But I like to own a piece of the first mover in the space. So this is the proverbial Google killer. And I'd remind you, you've been listening for a decade long about how they're investing in moonshots. The only moonshot Google should have invested in was this, AI. They missed it. This is like Microsoft missing the internet on the first iteration when Gates wrote his book. He never mentioned the internet. It nearly cleaned him out.
I'm just so addicted, Kevin. I'm so addicted to Google. I just can't imagine jumping over to Bing. But I get your point. But I want to get onto this issue before we run out of time, because you, sir, are getting a lot of attention for this tweet about your definition of success. And you wrote, quote, "You may lose your wife, you may lose your dog, your mother may hate you. None of those things matter. What matters is that you achieve success and become free. Then you can do whatever you like." Now, Kevin, are you surprised what kind of pushback you got for that? And do you still defend that statement?
100%. If you're an entrepreneur, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. They wrote about it when the Beatles first put it out there. This is what it takes to succeed as an entrepreneur. If you can't do it, if that statement makes you uncomfortable, you are not an entrepreneur. Don't even try.
But even at the expense of family, that's the argument back, saying, wait a minute, where's your quality of life?
Look, you're going to sacrifice quality of life with your family in your early years. And the reason you do it, and what's inherent in that statement, is you're buying freedom for yourself and your whole family. That's the whole idea. You sacrifice to gain this back later in life. And if you don't have the guts to do it, don't even try.
That's why you're on Shark Tank. You're always so clear and to the point, Kevin. Let me go to bring up FTX. Got to mention that. Sam Bankman-Fried. Of course, we know you were an initial investor in FTX. Are you done with investing in cryptos? How has it changed you in that sector?
No. In fact, I have doubled down. I've bought one of my best performing assets, frankly, is Bitcoin since the beginning of the year. I bought more, but what I am doing is spending a lot more time on the Hill. What I like about the downside, look, FTX was horrific. The whole thing's a disaster. Everybody gets it. And those of us that invested in it look like idiots. However, in venture investing, 8 out of 10 of my investments don't make it. It's the 2 that win. And the other 8 fail for various reasons. In this case, it looks like alleged fraud. But my point is, it doesn't stop what I do every day. I get up in the morning, I invest in entrepreneurs. But now, this FTX hearing that occurred late last year on the Hill has poked the bear. And regulators are now really looking at regulation. You saw Gensler make a move last week against staking. He's on a warpath, and he's backed by a lot of people now, including people like me, who want to see regulation. We want to see some guardrails. I'm tired of going to the Hill for hearings every 6 months for the next crypto company that blows up and goes to zero. Everybody's sick of that. It's now time for regulation.
I hope you can get some of your money back, Kevin, but we do appreciate you being on the show today. Always forthright, to the point, and we love it. Kevin O'Leary, thank you very much.